Hey Internet, good morning. Lovely Saturday morning here. First day of my holiday, so now off for a week, so that's all really good. I have to excuse the dogs this morning. The little one's only 6 months old and she's in heat, and it's driving the other one, who isn't intact. It's still driving him a bit bonkers, so they're a bit of a handful at the moment. We'll just try and ignore them. So hopefully this week I'm going to get a lot done. We've had a lot of parts ordered this week, parts delivered this week, so I'll go through those in a minute with you. I'm still intending to get the 600 MOT'd, maybe Monday or Tuesday, or later in the week, whenever. I've decided I'm going to give it a little bit of a service just so it's running properly. I don't know how long ago the oil was changed, and I'm a bit of a I worry about that. It could be really old, who knows. So just for the sake of an oil and filter and a new air filter and a set of plugs, it's not worth not doing, really, is it? So we're going to get that done. So yeah, let's just run through the parts I've had this week. This is the edging strip that I've ordered to see if it's going to be any good for the seat on the 550. I think it's going to be a bit too small. I mean, the idea is right. I'm going to give it a go, but if it is too small, I think what I'll do is I'll just order the next size up, because it seems really stiff, and it like it will really grip well. So, and I mean, I'm sure I'll find a use for this on one of my other projects that I'll no doubt be doing. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. It wasn't very expensive either. I've got some new electrical connectors to replace the ones on the 650, the 600, and they're always handy to have in. I also bought some of these, which are they've actually got the heat shrink over the connector, so you just crimp the connector, the wire, and then give them a bit with the heat gun, and it waterproofs them. So I thought they'd be really quite handy to have. Good for stock. New bike covers. This is a relatively cheap waterproof bike cover in large, and it's for the other bikes. I'm really concerned about how dusty and dirty they are. Well, one of the things that I've got to do this week is empty the garage, because I've got to get my winter tyres on my car, which are on wheels. So, and the wheels are right at the corner of the garage, so I need to empty the oh yeah, the dog's just trying to, let's just have a look at that. See, that's just not right, is it? It's like I say, he's not intact, the boy, and is it's sending his hormones all over the place, poor little fella. So yeah, never mind. Right. Oscar here helping out as usual. So yeah, my lovely wife bought me one of these just to give it a go. If it fits, we'll get another couple and do all of the bikes that aren't being worked on at the moment, which is good. And I've ordered, that one's still sealed, I've got one open somewhere. Yeah. Oops. Set for nice big black indicators for the 550. They're not genuine, but they're as close as I can see, really. They look pretty good. Come with a bulb, reasonable price. Set of 4 for £60 odd, so that wasn't so bad. So we've got them. Also got again for the 550 new chain and sprocket set. Haven't even opened that yet. It wasn't very expensive. It's not genuine, but let's face it, the bike's never going to do very many miles. But it's not. It wasn't the cheapest one. That looks alright, eh? Oh yeah, so split link included, all good. And I was expecting it would probably be a bit long, so I bought a chain splitter off Amazon, eBay again. So we'll give that a go and see if we need to take any links out. All good. Sorry, puss. And then off Moto, the basic service kit for the 600. So some oil filter, air filter, and there should be a set of plugs in there somewhere. And a free notepad, lovely. Yeah, the plugs are in there as well, some MGKs. So all good. The one thing that hasn't turned up, but I am assured it's going to turn up today because it's with Hermes and they're really reliable, is the replacement headlamp for the 550 and the bucket. I emailed the eBay seller earlier in the week, and you know, it's fine. He's away, and but I got a response from I'm a colleague or whatever, and they said no, absolutely apologise about that. We'll get it out to you as soon as possible. So I've had the tracking information, and it did have an estimated off Hermes. It had an estimated delivery of yesterday, but it didn't turn up. That's fine. But checking on the tracking this morning, it says it's on its way to the local courier, so I imagine we'll get it today. I don't think I'll be doing it before, I don't know, Sunday anyway, so or maybe even Monday. It's like I say, there should be quite a few videos this week, which will be nice. So today's won't be a massively long one, because I'll be spreading my work out throughout the week. I'll probably get the 600 service today, because I'm just quite looking forward to getting that down for MOT. The next part of the build-up for me really is getting started on the wiring with the 550, and I'm not putting it off. I just can't really get to it until I can feed all the wires through into the headlamp bucket. So that's sort of holding things up. With regards to the wheels, I'm going to drop them off at TT Motorcycles on Monday. Get them to see if they can do anything with that rear tyre that's going down. I don't know if it's a puncture or if it's just not sitting on the rim properly. I have no idea. And if I can't get the rear sprocket off, because I know sometimes they're really stuck on, I'll ask them to get that off at the same time. And I'll also be dropping the front wheel off and getting them to put a new tyre on that for me as well, so we can, you know, start to permanently get things built on. So yeah, lots to do on the 550 this week. Lots of parts come. There's nothing holding us up apart from the headlamp, which should be here. The rest of today, like I say, we'll get some work on the 600. I'll probably replace those dodgy wiring connectors, just because I've got them now and I can. Great news, subscribers this morning are up to 982, so we're just on the cusp of hitting 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh dear, they're back. And yeah, that's really good. It's such a surprise. It's far more progress than I thought we would have in such a short amount of time, really. But yeah, anyway, enough waffling on. Let's crack on. Thanks for sticking with me. Hey internet, so that's it for today. Service is done really. Well, you know, for what I'm going to do. I suppose I could have done the tappets. Is that right? Check the clearances and what have you. But considering it had a top end rebuild not all that long ago, I don't really think it needs it. So I did the oil and filter outside. The oil was like, well, it was really thin. There was not much, it didn't feel oily anymore. It was more like water and very brown rather than oil coloured, you know, sort of a dark oil colour. Anyway, so that's gone, cleaned the filter out and swapped the filter, and I've also flushed the coolant system out as well. That was like brown sludge. That was awful. So yeah, I emptied it all out, filled the system full of clean water, ran the bike up a bit, and flushed it through again, and then topped it up. I'd got some coolant in, so I've used that. So yeah, that's it for today. I think we're about there ready for the MOT. I'll give Paul a ring on Monday and get it booked in. Or I might give him a ring in a minute actually, because he'll still be there, and see if we can get it booked in for the early part of the week. It should go through now. It's running a lot better. You saw the spark plugs earlier when I changed them out. And just you know, it's obviously been quite a long time since they were last replaced. Lots of corrosion on them, lots of carbon build up, and they were just awful. I'd got the long extraction tool for getting the plugs out, so that was fine. Otherwise you've got no chance in getting them out. But yeah, so if they're anything to go by, the level of the maintenance that the bike's had, certainly recently, has been really quite bad. I would say so with the colour of the coolant as well, the condition of that. It still seems to have a little bit of a misfire, but you know, it could well just be the carbs are still cleaning out. I only did 3 miles in it, you know, so it hasn't really been run much at all with that red X in. There's quite a lot of red X in and not a lot of petrol in it. So what I'll do is on the day of the MOT, it's like I say, it's 4.5 miles down to the MOT station. I'll take it down, fill it up with fuel, then take it for the MOT. Hopefully it'll pass, then I'll give you a good whiz round on the way home. So that should sort that out. But you know, it's running smoother than ever. It's still really clattery on tick over. I'm not worried that it's like a big end bearing or anything like that. I don't think it is. I think it's just the fact that the carbs probably need balancing properly once they're cleaned out and running. I guess I could take them off and have them cleaned, but I think it'll be all right. I mean, the bike's been run, you know, it's not like it's been sat for 10 years. So I think just the new fuel going through with the Red X should hopefully clean everything through. But we'll see. If it needs them to come off, that's fine, because it's going to be stripped down fully anyway. You know, bearing in mind, this is just a temporary thing. I just want to get it through the MOT and really run it a little bit. Whilst I'm doing the 550. I think the headlights just come, so let's just have a look. Just bear with me. So I told you it was due today. Let's see what we've got. It's not going to be perfect. I mean, he said it was marked. There's a bit of damage on the actual back of the bowl. And I'm fine with that. If it needs a bit of repair, then that's okay. He's wrapped it up well. I don't know what that is. Underlay. Oh yeah, super. Oh yeah, he did say it got a crack in the bowl. that have been repaired, and that's fine. That's good, so it's got the surround and everything. Lovely, great. It's even got a headlamp bulb in, whether it works or not, who knows. Right, so next job is to start on the 550. We'll get the headlamp bowl on and start wiring it up, but that's not going to be today. So join me either tomorrow or Monday, and we'll be cracking on with the 550. Got lots of parts to fit, got lots to do. We'll also be taking the 600 for an MOT next week, and it's all going to be fun. So if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and give me a big thumbs up if you're liking the videos, and click on the little bell icon and you'll get a notification every time I upload new content. As I say, I'm off this week, so I'd hope we were going to get some good videos done and make some good progress on the 550 and start getting that finished. So yeah, great. Thanks very much for sticking with me. I'll see you soon. Bye, Internet.